So welcome students. In this topic, let us look at some very important points that needs to be remembered in section formula. So the first important point that you need to remember is that every ratio of the form M:n can be expressed as M/n=1. M/n is same as M/n=1, which is of the form λ:1. So every ratio M/n can be assumed as λ:1, where lambda is nothing but M/n. For example, assume that you are given 2 points A 1, 2 and B 4, 5. 1, 2 and 4, 5. Let us say that P is the point 2, 3. Now you are asked to find what the ratio in which P divides AB. So how do you get this? This is not a single stage question. So first, the ratio is unknown here. So if you know the ratio, you can find the point directly by the formula. Now given the point, you're asked to find the ratio in which this gets divided. So there are two ways. You can assume that the ratio is M/n. You can assume that the ratio is M/n or λ:1. So if you assume the ratio to be M/n, the working will be 2, 3. This point is equal to M into 4, that is 4m plus 1 into n by m plus n, 5m plus 2n by m plus n. So if you assume that the ratio be M/n, this will be the corresponding condition. If you assume that the ratio is λ:1, then 2, 3 will be equal to 4 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1. 5 lambda plus 2 by lambda plus 1. So here, if these two ordered pairs are equal, x coordinate has to be equal to x coordinate, y coordinate has to be equal to y coordinate. So 2 is equal to 4m plus n by m plus n. 3 is equal to 5m plus 2n by m plus n. And you're required to find the ratio of M/n. You're required to find the ratio of M and n. This implies 2m plus 2n is equal to 4m plus n. This implies 2m is equal to n, right? If 2m goes onto that side, 4m minus 2m is 2m. 2m minus n is n. This implies m by n is equal to 1 by 2. M by n is 1 by 2. This implies the ratio is 1:2. So this is one way of trying to solve this question. Now, take the second condition. From one condition, you got the value of M/n. Now the second condition is 3m plus 3n is equal to 5m plus 2n. This implies 5m minus 3m is 2m. 3n minus 2n is n. This implies m by n is equal to 1 by 2 again. So if you get the same M/n from the x coordinates as well as the y coordinates, that means this point actually lies on the line segment AB. If you get one ratio from the x coordinates and the other ratio from y coordinates, that means the point does not lie on this line. So if the point lies on this line, the ratio with respect to x coordinates will be exactly same as the ratio with respect to y coordinates. Now instead of this process, if you assume the ratio to be λ:1, the working is like this. 2 is equal to 4 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1. 2 lambda plus 2 is equal to 4 lambda plus 1. 2 lambda is equal to 1 and lambda is equal to 1 by 2. That means the ratio is 1/2:1, which is exactly same as 1:2. So this is a slightly better process where you have only one unknown instead of two unknowns. Now, if you take the second condition, if you get the same lambda 1 by 2 from the next equation also, that means the point lies on the line segment AB. If lambda turns out to be different than half from this equation, that means the point P does not lie on the line segment AB. Now, there is a slight simplification that you need to understand here. If you are just asked to find the ratio, the simplest method is just consider the x coordinates. If you have x1, x2, x3, x1, x2, x3, then the ratio in which the point divides AB is nothing but x1 minus x2 is to x2 minus x3. This minus this is to this minus this. x1 minus x2 is to x2 minus x3. So you can clearly check this. 1 minus 2 is minus 1 is to 2 minus 4 is minus 2. So you get the same ratio 1 is to 2. Similarly, if this point lies on this line segment, y coordinates also should be in the same ratio. So 2 minus 3 is minus 1 is to 3 minus 5 is minus 2. Again, the ratio is 1 is to 2. So this is a shortcut which you need to understand if you want to find the ratio in which the cutting happens. So what is the first point? M is to N ratio can be assumed as lambda is to 1. You get the same answers. The next point is that negative ratios means external division. External division. For example, if you are given 2 points AB, one is 1, 2 and the other is 4, 5. Now you are given a third point which is 7, 8. You are given a third point which is 7, 8. You are asked to find the ratio in which C divides AB. The ratio in which C divides AB. So initially we assume that the ratio is lambda is to 1. The ratio is lambda is to 1. So 7, 8 is equal to 4 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1 and 5 lambda plus 2 by lambda plus 1. So we equate the x coordinates, we equate the y coordinates. So 7 is equal to 4 lambda plus 1 by lambda plus 1. So 7 lambda plus 7 is equal to 4 lambda plus 1. 3 lambda is equal to minus 6. 3 lambda is equal to minus 6. So lambda is equal to minus 2. From the y coordinates, 8 lambda plus 8 is equal to 5 lambda plus 2. 3 lambda is equal to minus 6. Lambda is again equal to minus 2. So from both x coordinates and y coordinates, you're getting the same value of lambda. So what is the ratio? So the ratio is lambda is to 1, that is minus 2 is to 1. So what is the meaning of minus 2 is to 1? What is the meaning of negative ratio? So negative ratio means external division. That means C divides AB externally in the ratio 2 is to 1. So when you don't write externally, you have to include a minus, and minus means external. Once you write external, again you don't need to write minus. So C divides AB externally in the ratio 2 is to 1, or directly C divides AB in the ratio minus 2 is to 1. So whenever you see a negative ratio, you need to understand that the ratio is an external division. So I hope you understood this point. This is a very important point that you need to understand. Otherwise, if you don't know the meaning of negative ratios, you get confused. So negative ratios means external division. Now the third point is the ratio in which the line segment joining x1 y1 and x2 y2 is divided by x-axis. So ratio in which AB formed by x1 y1 and x2 y2 is divided by x-axis is nothing but minus of y1 by y2, and the ratio in which AB is divided by y-axis is nothing but minus of x1 by x2. So these are the two ratios which you can directly remember. The logic is very simple. If you have a point on x-axis, the point will be of the form x comma 0. The point will be of the form x comma 0. So the division ratio can be very easily found out using the y coordinates. So the ratio lambda is to 1 is nothing but y1 minus 0, because we have already seen that the ratio can directly be obtained by just taking the differences. So y1 minus 0 divided by 0 minus y2, that is nothing but minus of y1 by y2. So the ratio in which x-axis divides AB, x-axis divides AB is minus of y coordinate of this by y coordinate of this. Similarly, the ratio in which y-axis divides AB is nothing but minus of x1 is to x2, because the point Q on y-axis looks like 0 comma y. So you can calculate the ratio using the x coordinates, x1 minus 0 by 0 minus x2, that is minus of x1 by x2. So the next point is that if you have a line segment AB x1 y1 and x2 y2, the midpoint of AB is given by x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So the midpoint of AB is x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2, because the ratio is just 1:1. So mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So you have the exact application. So midpoint of AB, which is also called midpoint formula, is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. And next, if you want the points of trisection, that is the points which divide AB into 3 equal parts. So you get one point here, another point somewhere here. So these are the points of trisection. You can very easily see that the points of trisection divides AB in the ratio 1:2 and 2:1. So what are the points? You get 2x1 plus x2 by 3, 2y1 plus y2 by 3 is the one point of trisection, and x1 plus 2x2 by 3, y1 plus 2y2 by 3. This is the second point of trisection. So these are the 2 points of trisection that you have for line segment AB.